Hey, what's up, Bobber Nation? It's Jim Bobbington. We're getting some gas, and the weather is gorgeous. So we're about to go take a ride. 431 here for premium. Yes, premium is only 91. But I think that's pretty good compared to a lot of places, especially California. That's not what we're talking about. Today we're going to discuss tires. I recently upgraded my tires to Michelin Commander IIIs. The rear is a 180 now. Have had no issues with that tire size. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to get on the road, and we'll be right back. So tires. Little history about my bike and my tires. So let's see here. We're at 7,500 miles. This 2021 bobber came stock with the Pirelli MT, whatever they're called, and I thought they were just fine. I didn't think there was an issue with them. It had been about 6 years since I rode a real motorcycle, and my previous motorcycle was not a sport bike, but a sport style bike, an SV650. So it had the standard street type tires that you would expect on a motorcycle. The stock Pirellis are an interesting quasi-knobby, multi-purpose type tire. And being so long since I had ridden a motorcycle, I couldn't exactly remember how a motorcycle was supposed to handle. So everything I just thought was just fine and normal. So at 5,000 miles, my rear tire was bald, and I had the opportunity to upgrade, but I had plenty of miles left on my front tire. So, and I didn't want to mix and match, so I just threw another stock Pirelli on the back. The front only lasted another 2,500 miles. And at that point, the rear had plenty of life left in it, and I was like, well, shit. I think it's time I should try something new. So I did. I upgraded to the Michelin Commander IIIs. I've heard good things about them on the Facebook groups and the forums, etc. And they are more of your standard street tire, not knobby at all. And the second I was leaving the shop. The second I left, I went to turn left onto the street, and it all practically scared me how easily the bike leaned over. And I had to kind of counter-correct because I leaned too far. And I had no idea how much extra effort those Pirelli tires required to lean the bike. And I'm assuming it's just the style of tire that was, the knobby kind of dual sport sort of tire. They're not as round as a street tire is, but holy crap, what a difference. I cannot believe how much lighter and more nimble the motorcycle feels now with these new tires. I haven't had enough time with them to really get a feel for how much more grippy and better these tires are overall. Obviously they do feel better and a bit more confidence inspiring around turns and things like that. So I can confirm that I believe these tires to be superior, obviously, but just don't wait. The second you need to replace tires, get rid of the stock tires completely. I don't care how much life is left on the other one. Start moving to a street tire with your typical street shape and tread pattern. So, one thing I recall from my SV650 is it too was nimble, and very, very little input was required to lean it over or turn at all. And this bike now behaves in that manner. So for instance, I mean, it's just so easy and much more fun to ride now. Oh, hello, dear. Middle of the freaking day. So let me get to a hill, a downhill, straightaway up here, and I'll show you the test I like to do. And I did this early on with this bike and noticed it did not behave in the manner I thought it would. And I just marked it off as a characteristic of this type of bike. I didn't know it had anything to do with the tires. I just assumed it was the different layout and setup of this motorcycle. But a responsive tire, no hands, like just input from your ass cheeks, you could get it out moving really easily. And I love that. And it just dives in now, effortlessly. I love it. And it behaves like a motorcycle is supposed to. And like I said, I had no idea that this was because of the tires. It has nothing to do with the fact that this is a cruiser bike, or the suspension, or the fact that it's got a terrible lean angle. It's the tires. Get rid of those Pirellis the moment you can, and you will enjoy your ride easily 10%, 20% more than you used to. And it's taken some recalibration of my riding, because it turns so easily. I was having a little bit more difficult of a time picking a line around a curve that I could just stick with. So I was constantly having to adjust my inputs to match the turn. Obviously that didn't take me all that long to correct. It feels fantastic now. But the moral of the story is, get rid of your shit stock tires. They're terrible. The bike just feels amazing now, and more like it's supposed to. And I know it has nothing to do with the fact that these are Michelin tires. I'm sure any good street tire will give you a similar feel over stock. So please, yourself a favor. The moment you get a chance, replace those tires with something better, and you will not be sorry. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know what tires you're running, if you felt a similar improvement over the stock tires. But I'm sure anyone running aftermarket tires feels just about the same as I do. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, this is Jim Bobbington reminding you, don't be a skid mark. We will see you next time.